any other thing, it was just like me speaking out against somebody, you know, like like Jay-Z said that line in his song about the fucking Snoop crushing the buildings, all that. You know what I mean? I spoke out against that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like he was dead wrong for saying that, so, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know what I mean? Niggas just be, you know, I gotta correct certain niggas, you know what I'm saying?
So did you, when you spoke out against the situation with Jay-Z, was you kind of pissed off at a lot of other artists that they should have said something too?
Nah, I don't give a fuck about any other artists, you know what I'm saying? I was just speaking my mind.
You felt like it's something that you had to say though, right?
Yeah, definitely, because where was he when all that shit was going on, you know what I'm saying? We was the only ones doing, popping it off, us and Biggie.
That come out to you, how the album coming out to you?
Shit is gangster, you know what I mean? Shit is straight fire.
If you had to compare it to some of the greatest albums of all time, like where does it stand with those albums?
I mean, really, to me, it's like ain't no comparison, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't compare it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm bringing something new to the table with this album. So you really can't compare this to nothing that ever came out in rap, you know what I'm saying?
How much verses, how many rhymes you have to write to make all these, you know, these projects complete? Like, how much you have to sit there and concentrate on your writing?
I mean, it's serious, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not a joke. We making these songs, you know what I mean? We making something, first of all, that I gotta make something that I would listen to, you know what I'm saying? Something that I would like. And second of all, something that people spend their money on, you know what I mean? Because this is a business we in, and we in the business of selling records, you know what I mean? And people only gonna spend their money on some shit that sound good, you know what I'm saying?
So I wanted to ask you, like, you being Prodigy, you known as one of the most lyrical artists in hip hop history. Like, if you look at yourself, how you see yourself? You think you know what I'm saying? How you feel about yourself?
I definitely feel like, you know, I'm doing my job, you know what I mean? Because when I'm out in the world and shit, I see people and they just be like, yo, keep doing that shit. You got to drop some shit, son. You got to drop some shit. Like, everywhere I go is the same shit. So it's like, that tells me right there that I'm doing my job right, you know what I'm saying?
So from you being so lyrical, you had little, you know, sparring sessions with some of the top, you know, what people consider to be the top artists too. Like, what that tell you right there about you?
I mean, it's just like, you know, shit happens, and, you know, to me, like, you know, somebody say something, I gotta come out and say something, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain shit, I can't let that shit fly, you know what I'm saying? So, we had a lot of, like, rap drama with niggas or whatever have you know what I'm saying? And we just, that's what happens in music, you know what I'm saying? In rap music, you know what I'm saying? Like,
why do you
that's
think,
what it is.
Why do you think, like, it's not that you're a target, why do you think that you always get into those sparring? Why do you think that is? Because
just like I just said, you know what I'm saying? I don't let certain shit fly, you know what I'm saying? So if somebody say something wrong or say something I don't like, I'm gonna speak up on it, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. It's always me. Niggas don't never like try to start some shit with me. The only person that did that was probably like Saigon when he was burning our album cover. Like, that's the only nigga that really started some shit. Like, any other thing, it was just like me speaking out against somebody, you know, like Jay-Z said that line in his song about the fucking Snoop crushing the buildings, all that. You know what I mean? I spoke out against that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like he was dead wrong for saying that, so, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know what I mean? Niggas just be, you know, I gotta correct certain niggas, you know what I'm saying?
So when you spoke out against the situation with Jay-Z, was you kind of pissed off at a lot of other artists that they should have said something too?
Nah, I don't give a fuck about any other artists, you know what I'm saying? I was just speaking my mind.
You felt like it's something that you had to say though, right?
Yeah, definitely, because where was he when all that shit was going on, you know what I'm saying? We was the only ones doing, popping it off, us and Biggie, you know what I'm saying? So he had no right to even speak on that shit, you know what I'm saying?
So dealing with the current situation, you were saying something about, like, what you think was going on through Saigon's mind when he decided that he wanted to burn y'all shit on the DVD?
I think Saigon was just doing a publicity stunt, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get some recognition, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it was really, because why else would he do it? Either that or he was riding for his people true life, you know what I'm saying? One or the other, you know what I'm saying? Probably a little bit of both, you know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, I know you be in Brooklyn, you be in Queens, we in Manhattan right now, you be all over. Like, do you think it's a situation where you should just, like, niggas should just see each other and be like, yo, let's kill that corny shit? Because I know you deal with knowledge of self, you know, you dealing with knowledge of self. Like, do you want to sometimes just see niggas and be like, yo, kill that corny shit?
Nah, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I mean? Like, if somebody burning our album cover, you know what I'm saying, I want to see him get beat up, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to kill the corny shit, I want to see that nigga get beat up, son. Like, you disrespect him, you burning my flag, you know what I'm saying? Straight like that. So, That's how I look at it. Like, ain't no killing that. You know what I'm saying?
So you got a lot of niggas that those shots of you. What shit is like not worth you even responding to?
I mean, like, you know, just stupid shit. Like, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I would just have to hear it or something. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
So do you be like, listen, you be in the crib listening to shit and they come on, do niggas bring shit to your attention like, yo, P, such and such?
And if somebody say something about Mobb Deep, I'm gonna find out about it. You know what I'm saying? If somebody say something about P, I'm gonna find out about it. Somebody gonna tell me. I'm gonna see it on the internet. Like, it's gonna get out there. You know what I mean? Or,
so a lot of times with the rap battles, it's mostly you that do a lot of the, you know, responding to stuff like that.
Man.
Do Havoc fall back sometimes to say, get him, P, or do, like, how does that work?
Havoc ain't even in all that shit. Havoc ignore niggas and just do him, you know what I'm saying? Me, like, I got a problem. Like, I gotta speak up. Like, I can't be quiet about certain shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
that's
like,
just me.
So the Prodigy that we see in Mobb Deep and the Prodigy that we see is the H&I-C Prodigy. Is there a difference between the two artists, or is it the same person?
Yeah, it's the same person basically, you know what I mean?
So like, what's your approach if recording to a Mobb? What's your approach like when you're recording a Mobb Deep album opposed to recording your solo album?
I take the same approach, huh? It's no different, you know what I mean?
So like you got a lot of. So like I know you're not a stranger to dealing with police. You just happen to get jammed up in a situation. But I want you to tell the viewers and shit like, what's some of the wild shit these niggas be doing? Like, cause you know you got these little white boys in Idaho right now. They don't know what go on in New York.
Yeah.
Tell them some of the shit that the hip hop cops be doing in there.
I mean, basically, you know what I mean? They'll pull us over and be like, yo, man, you know what I mean? We've been assigned to you. Get used to seeing us, you know what I mean? Get used to us being around. Shit like that, and they'll try to get us to set people up. Like, they try to get me to set 50 up. You know what I mean? They just grimy, slimy niggas. They'll fucking, you know, fucking illegal search your car. You know what I mean? They'll plant shit in your car. Like, you gotta be careful dealing with these niggas. I've been promoting to the world, you know what I'm saying? Ever since my case, I've been promoting like niggas need to stop, you know what I'm saying? Buying all these RAMs and systems for their cars and doing all that shit for their cars and get cameras in their shit. So when the police pull niggas over, you can just press a button and record audio and video, you know what I'm saying? Because these niggas is grimy, you know what I'm saying? They murdering niggas for no reason. They just racist motherfuckers, son. It's serious, you know what I mean? Some real racist shit going on out here.
So legally, what could a lot of brothers do to avoid that shit from happening to them?
Like I said, you gotta protect yourself. You gotta have cameras, you gotta have recording devices, and you gotta be prepared for that kind of shit. You know what I mean? You never know what's gonna happen. You think it can't happen to you, but you're just an innocent person, you ain't doing no crime. It can happen to anybody, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be getting picked off the street, you know what I'm saying? You little white lady sitting in the back of the car, or even a black lady sitting in the back, no matter what the fuck color the motherfucker is, they like, yo, he did it, you know what I mean? They gonna arrest your ass, you know what I'm saying?
So
if you ain't got no proof that you ain't do that shit, you going to jail, you know what I'm saying?
So when you know, a lot of people want to know, like when you got jammed up, the gun was in the car. Was it on your person or was it in the car?
Nah, it was in the car.
So, you know, a lot of people might say, yo, you know, P got a record, Alchemist don't got a record. Like, why Alchemist didn't hold that down for you?
Because, you know what I mean, I don't tell people to you know what I mean, if I get in some dirt, I handle my own dirt, you know what I'm saying? I don't put my dirt on nobody else.
So you just feel like it was your burner, fuck it, I'm aware.
Yeah, like why would you be like, yo, hey, take that for me? Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was a different situation, maybe that would have happened, but I know what kinds of situations to do that in, and it wasn't one of those situations.
So the bad is being away from your family, being away from your kids.
Yeah.
If you could take good out of going in, what would you take good from the situation?
I mean, just like, you know, just gotta clean myself out, clean my body, my mind, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna be smoking, drinking, none of the wild shit. I'm just be, you know what I'm saying? Get my head together, get my body in shape, just thinking and writing, you know what I mean? That's it. Just gotta use that time for something good instead of using it for nothing. When I'm home, I don't waste a minute, you know what I'm saying, of my life. I'm always in the studio, I'm always doing something. So just imagine if I'm in jail and I'm stuck and I can't do nothing else, I gotta work, you know what I'm saying? I'm not wasting my life in jail either, you know what I'm saying? I'm be working even harder, you know what I'm saying? Because Return to Mac.
And the first H&I-C was on what label?
That was on Loud.
So now you got Loud Records that's supposed to be coming back into on play. Like, how you feel about that?
Loud, nah, I don't think, is
they were
Loud Records
supposed to,
back?
I think you're trying to get the name back. I know it's SRC, but they were trying to get the name back.
I don't think they got it back though, because I seen the new Woo album, it said SRC.
It's on SRC.
Hey.
So like what, like when you left, when y'all finally left, Loud Records, y'all was free agents. Like, did you, Steve, ever hit you like, yo, come back over here, let's try to do something?
Yeah, always had meetings with Steve. Always, you know what I'm saying, sitting down with son, talking to him about something. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know what I'm saying. We was definitely talking like that. You know what I mean? Bringing Maul back over there. And we had that meeting.
Do you feel like Steve owe a lot to you for being that y'all was one of the?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, hell yeah, we owe a lot to each other. You know what I'm saying? Definitely that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we built that shit over there. You know what I mean? We built Loud Records. You know what I mean? Word.
So like, how supportive has 50 and the G Unit people been to you going through what you're going through right now?
100 million%. You know what I'm saying?
So right now I want to talk about, is it a Mobb Deep album slated to be released when you get out? Did y'all record it yet, or you just gonna wait?
Yeah, Mobb Deep got stupid songs. We always got songs recorded. We always record music. We don't never stop. So we got mad albums, you know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna do nothing until I get back, you know what I mean? So they say, yo, Nas next door. I'm like, word? Okay. So I go over there, check him out and shit. We talking, and he told me that he's working on a Queensboro album, you know what I'm saying?
So that's everybody from Queens.
Yeah, it was called the Queensboro album, you know what I mean? That is the QB album.
Yeah.
But it wasn't Queensbridge at
the
first.
The projects, it was the borough.
It was the borough at first, you know what I mean? So he was talking about that and shit, you know what I mean? And I had a conversation with him. I was like, yo, you know what we need to do? We need to make a song going that motherfucking Jay-Z fucking biting our style, son. And he got his little mans rapping about you. You know what I mean? That's when fucking Meth Bleak was saying shit like your life was written. So it's a bunch of bullshit trying to go at Nas, you know what I mean? So I was like, yo, fuck that. We need to go at them niggas, son. Don't try to go at you. Anybody in our style, shooting his videos in the hood with plastic cups, with football jerseys. They trying to look like us, son. They biting our style, son. You know what I'm saying? So Nas was like, nah, it ain't really nothing, son. Like, I ain't going there. He ain't nobody to go at like that. I'm like, I'm telling you, son, this dude is throwing subliminal shots at niggas. And plus, I told him, like, in the song, on one of his songs on his album, he was like, oh, and Cough Up Along Where I'm From, Marcy, son, where the nigga had the plastic cup and the football jerseys like us and shook ones. He had a line in there that said, I'm from the place where you and your mans hung out and every verse of your rhyme, you know what I mean? So I used to listen to that like, who the fuck he talking about, son? Because ain't nobody ever rhyme about Marcy before except for me, you know what I'm saying? I said that shit in the song called, I think it was Trife Life or something like that on the Infamous album. I said jetted through Marcy because D's ain't bagging me, you know what I'm saying? So I was the only nigga that said that shit. So he was talking about me, you know what I'm saying? He was taking shots at us. He said, I'm from a place where you and your little mans hung out in every verse of your rhyme, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what he trying to say, you know what I'm saying? He taking little jabs at niggas and shit. So I told Nas, like, yo, son, you need to go at this nigga. He taking too many shots. He biting niggas style, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck this nigga. So I'm telling you, he like, nah, man. Nah, he ain't nobody. I'm like, all right, cool, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing, you know what I mean? Like, I know I'm gonna handle it myself. I already know what to do, you know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't gonna let that shit slide, you know what I mean? So, time passes, we in the studio working. I start noticing that Nas started, like, intercepting the people I was bringing into the studio. Cause what I was doing was I was getting all the new rappers from Queensbridge and I was putting them on the album. You know what I'm saying?
Like who was new coming up at
like,
that time?
Oh man, was Nemesis and like Crime Fan, like different, a whole bunch of niggas. You know what I'm saying? It was like a whole bunch of like Littles. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a bunch of niggas that new niggas that nobody really heard of. And I was giving them light by putting them on the movie soundtrack and by putting everybody in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So. I started seeing that Nas was like grabbing niggas and bringing them to his session when they was coming to my session and telling them to get on his album, you know what I'm saying?
At this time you was doing
Murder Music, the soundtrack.
But y'all spoke about, he told you want to do a Queens album.
Yeah, it was a Queensboro album.
Did you have a plan to do a QB album? You didn't have a plan at the time?
Nah, my plan was to do a soundtrack with everybody from the hood, do a movie about Queensbridge, about Mobb Deep, put everybody from the hood in it, show love to the hood, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what the hood needed. Like, we should have been did that a while ago, but fuck it, do it now. Like, don't talk about it, be about it, you know what I'm saying? So I did it, you know what I'm saying? And basically,
he was snatching niggas from your
I seen him snatching, doing that, and I started peeping, and I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with that, cool, you know what I'm saying? Then I found out that he changed his name from the Queensboro album to to the QB album. It was Queensbridge, and he started getting, now it's his album, he's getting all the new rappers from the hood, get everybody from the hood. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what he's trying to do, you know what I'm saying? He probably getting a little bit jealous because I'm not from Queensbridge. I'm shooting a movie about the hood. I'm putting everybody in it. I'm doing a soundtrack for the movie. I'm putting everybody on it, and it making probably people look at him like, why you ain't do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your hood, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is P doing that, and why are you acting like you Nas the Don, like you too good to, you know what I'm saying, even come around and hang out with niggas and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, basically, I guess, to defeat that feeling, he started, like, trying to be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do this shit too. I'm gonna do the QB album, you know what I'm saying? But he was doing it in a sneaky way, you know what I'm saying? So whatever, it's all good. I let him do his thing because to me, if you following, if you copying, that means you gotta keep up. That means I'm ahead of you, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep up with me, nigga, you know what I'm saying? So it's all good. He in the back, you know what I mean? So I was like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So basically, right after that is when I said I did the little article in Source Magazine about Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And I said the shit where he said, you know, the little Snoop line, and how, you know, New York been soft ever since Snoop came through and crushed the buildings. And I was like, hold up, how this nigga gonna say that shit? I was like, he a bitch ass nigga for saying that, cause the nigga wasn't nowhere around. How the fuck you gonna speak on this shit 4 years later? You know what I mean? Like 3 years later after the fact, you ain't had nothing to say back then, nigga. Like, shut your mouth, nigga, you know what I mean? Mind your business, I ain't got nothing to do with you know what I'm saying? So basically, Jake took that comment, and his little revenge was taking a picture of me from my grandmother's dance school back in the days when I was like 9 years old.
How did he get that picture?
I don't know, probably people he knew or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that picture is like, it's circulated.
Ashanti
that picture, let me tell you, anybody can have that picture.
Okay.
That picture was put in a program. My grandmother used to have a dance school, you know what I'm saying? And every year she used to have concerts at Lincoln Center and at the Apollo, you know what I'm saying? And every year she used to make a program for her show. I mean, when you open the program, it got pictures of everybody in it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's where that picture come from.
Now, how old was you in that picture?
I was 9 years old. It was 1983.
So so basically, anybody who say they ain't have a Michael Jackson jacket or wasn't breakdancing, they're fucking lying. I
mean, nah. Some people probably didn't fuck with that shit, you know what I'm saying? But I had that shit because I was feeling Michael Jackson. I thought I was Michael Jackson when I was 9 years old, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of niggas did.
So basically, I can understand a nigga like Jay-Z probably not being into that because he's like 10 years older than me. Niggas like 40, you know what I'm saying? So of course he probably wasn't into that. He was an older nigga back then. Me, I was 9 years old, you know what I'm saying? When I was 9, Jay-Z was fucking like 12, 13, you know what I'm saying? Nah, he was like, I'm bugging. Yeah, he's like 16, 17. So he was much older, you know what I'm saying? So I can understand how he feel, you know what I'm saying? If he think that's funny, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, when he did that, he put that up, boom, make people laugh. To me, what he did was, he's dancing. He the one that's dancing. In 2001, whenever he did that, whatever year it was he did that shit, he was dancing, because he dances around the subject, you know what I'm saying? You just dance around the whole subject, son. You just start to make people laugh instead of addressing what P talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, why you ain't address what P say, you know what I'm saying?
So after he did all that, did y'all ever see each other in the street?
Yeah, we seen, one day I was in Justin's, right? When they put that shit up, my man Illa G was in the concert. He called me, yo, P, I told you this picture was gonna come back to haunt you, nigga. I was like, what happened, son? Then he put the picture up with you, your Michael Jackson picture, son. I'm like, shit, I started laughing, right? I'm like, that's a funny nigga, that's some funny shit, you know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, cool, whatever, you know what I mean? So basically, maybe not even a year after that, it was like New Year's. And me and a whole bunch of my niggas, yo, Kiko was there that night, a whole bunch of us, so we went to Justin's, right? So we all chilling at Justin's and shit. And we there for a minute. Then I heard the DJ say on the mic, yeah, Jay-Z in the house, Jay-Z in the house, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, word, Jay-Z. We all look at each other, Jay-Z in the house, where he at? You know what I'm saying? So niggas start looking around for this nigga, where he at, where he at? So then all of a sudden, you see him come walking, him and JD come walking. We standing, we all lined up at the door, like you can't even get in and out the club without seeing us, you know what I'm saying? So we all lined up out the door. So the nigga, JD see us, he boogied.
Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, all right. Jermaine Dupri boogied out the club, you know what I'm saying? He walked, like, he left Jay-Z, like, I ain't with you no more, nigga. He walked straight out the club, right? Now you see Jay-Z coming, And he see all us. He like, oh shit. He like, I walk through these fucking little bastards now, son. He got a little 2 security guards with him. That nigga walked straight up to me like, yo, there ain't no beef, son. It's just rap, son. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing, right? I'm like, yeah, it's all good, son. It's all good. He like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's just rap music, son. It ain't even like that. I'm like, it's all good. Then he walked out the club. You know what I mean? My niggas is tight. Kiko on the pound, son. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying, son? It's really nothing. You know what I'm saying? But after that, the nigga Nas put out a song called Build and Destroy.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about
that. You know what I'm saying?
When you heard that, like when he said, we invited you to the projects, Rap It Right, was he one of the people that invited you to?
Nah. He couldn't help it if I was in Queensbridge or not. Like, he couldn't do nothing about it. I was in Queensbridge if Nas said so or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't nobody to be saying who could come to Queensbridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, our block was totally different from their block. They on the whole other side and we on another side. You know what I'm saying? So he can't stop what's going on over here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what made him come at you?
Basically, if you think about it, it was a chess move that he did. You know what I'm saying? Because I told the nigga, yo, we need to go at Jay. We need to go at Jay. He was like, nah. And then I started going at Jay. You know what I'm saying? And Jay started going at me. So now it's a Prodigy Jay-Z thing. Now I was thinking about that, like, nah, it can't be no
you
Prodigy.
You felt left out?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He greedy like that, you know? He like, nah, just the same thing he did with the soundtrack. Same thing with the movie. He like, nah, I can't let P do this. I gotta be the one that do this. So that's what that was about, basically. You know what I'm saying?
So do you think he heard some of the talk that P is better than Nas? Do you think he heard that talk too?
Oh, hell yeah, niggas was telling him that. The whole hood probably told that nigga, yo, P got one up on you. What you gonna do, son? But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't never feel like that. I always look at Nas like that nigga's one of the illest motherfuckers that rap ever.
So when he did the Build and Destroy rhyme, like, did you holler at him after that? I know you did the Central Park thing, but did you? When he
did the Build and Destroy shit, I was like, oh, right away, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, he just did a chess move, son. Because me and him had no beef.
Yeah, because nobody was like,
you know what I'm saying? And in the song, he like, oh, I always told you Prodigy was my man through the robberies and all. He was jealous of me and all that. I'm like, what is he talking about, son? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this dude talking about, son? You know what I'm saying? Like, so he just went at me to get me out the way, to make me look like, oh, Prodigy's the son. Yeah. He's the son. Nas is the real nigga from Queensbridge. He got P out the way. Now it's Nas and Jay-Z beef. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically the move that he did when he did that. Then he dropped Ether. But then when he dropped Ether, I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? I could, straight up and down, I could have never made no shit like Ether. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was for Nas to do. That was meant to happen.
How did you, like, lyrically, because I know you were lyrical too, lyrically, did you think the shit was really up to par, or was you just like...
What?
Ether, did you think it was like...
What? Ether destroyed Jay. To this day, he can't fuck with that song. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit destroyed that nigga, son. Everybody's like, oh, he destroyed, son. You know what I'm saying? Destroyed him from beginning to the end of the song. He crushed him in his whole entire dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, son. He killed that nigga, son. I know he got under that nigga Jay's skin with that one.
So, like,
son.
right now, in this present day, like, you see them niggas smiling together, saluting each other in the video. What be going on through your mind when you see that shit?
I mean, it's all good, man, because this is a business at the end of the day. Niggas is making money, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. He chose to do what he do, ride with that. That's his choice, you know what I'm saying? That's what he did, you know what I mean? You can't knock that, you know what I'm saying? He's staying relevant. He's staying doing what he do.
So did you and you had 50 said a line about y'all with Jay too.
Yeah.
Did you and him ever speak about that?
Nah. Basically, Fifth was just like, he had said something like to the effect, he was like, I ain't try to diss Mobb Deep when I said that. I was just talking about something that a real situation that really happened. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to diss Mobb Deep. You know what I mean? But we ain't never spoke about that shit. Like, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even think about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
So if you was to have an ego, what's your ego like knowing that Jay-Z and Nas, you was on both of their minds? What did that say for you? Is your place in the hip hop?
I mean, it definitely say that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I must have got up under their skin too. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they was like, I gotta handle this nigga right here. You know what I'm saying? This nigga gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
So, like, when you did the Central Park shit, was it all good? Like, how did that come about when you did the Central Park shit?
Basically, we did Central Park, man. You know what I'm saying? And it went down kind of weird. You know what I mean? I really can't put my finger on it.
What kind of nigga is this nigga Nas? You know, people want to know from being around him. What kind of nigga is this nigga?
Nas is just like, you know what I'm saying? He keep to himself, you know what I'm saying? And he try to like make it weird like he the best out of everybody, you know what I mean? And like keep it like that, you know what I mean? Like he keep niggas at a distance. He don't want nobody getting on his level, like, you know what I'm saying? When he come around, he want everybody to like look up to him type shit, you know what I mean? So he always want to be, like I said, like the two instances I just showed you, two examples I just showed you, when he fucking got jealous because of the soundtrack and movie shit, and he got jealous because of the little Jay-Z rap bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of nigga he is, you know what I'm saying?